Warning, this podcast is not performed by a professional and therefore should not be taken serious unless you want these hands. This podcast contains mild language, several sensitive topics, and some off-the-wall comments. So please, for your safety and protection of your sanity, don't try this at home.
Alright, you're listening to The Freak Show, live out of Freak Bitch Studios by way of Meadow Green's casting couch. I'm your host, Reek the Rhymer, and joining me is my co-host, John. And speaking of rhymes, here's a little poem for you. Roses are red, violets are blue. You're rocking with the realest.
Are you ready?
Surprise, motherfucker!
And one. And we live, baby.
Yeah!
Alright. So, what's up? How was your weekend?
I work
All weekend, of course.
all weekend.
I don't know why I even asked you that question. Because I know what the fuck you be doing.
I work all weekend, 12-hour days.
Well, how was that?
You know what? I lied to you just now. I left work early Friday. They pissed me off.
Ah, damn.
I took a
You said, fuck that chick, nigga.
I took a vacation day. I was there for an hour in my 12 and said, fuck them. Took vacation. Then Saturday, the company gonna talk about we updating the systems, the computer systems. So they said the whole plan off. Just for them to tell me and my partner who don't have to use a computer, we just paint wood and don't have to do nothing like that, that we can go in. We'd have been the only two motherfuckers in there. Nah, I ain't go.
So y'all would have been the only two people in the entire plant?
Yes.
Nope.
Yup.
Nope.
Did not go.
Nope.
Did not go. Did not go.
Fuck that. Well, I worked at Sidewinders for probably the last weekend for a while. So, I mean, you heard about the mandate, obviously, by the governor.
Yeah, they're getting tougher with it, yeah.
Well, okay, they're trying to work around it. Sidewinders is trying to work around it. But here's the funny thing about it, is the mandate says that no one can be consuming alcohol after 10 o'clock. So what bar do you really expect to stay open that much longer after 10 o'clock if nobody can even drink the drink? Not even, we can buy it before 10 o'clock. It's now, y'all can't even be seen drinking this shit.
Yeah. Which is kind of wild to me. Like, what does the alcohol do to you? Like, after 10 o'clock, what's the alcohol doing to you?
Like, the COVID is just, it's in the fucking alcohol. After 10 o'clock, you just, you gonna get it.
Yeah.
But I think that's more so just,
to control actions afterwards?
Well, with places like bars and
I guess, people
and
prevent people from going to said places.
Well, it more so, I feel like, prevents them from staying at those places. Because, I mean, that doesn't... Stopping the sale of alcohol really doesn't hurt anybody besides the bar itself. After 10 o'clock, because that's really when you're going to get most of your business, is after 10 o'clock. People want to go out. People want to drink and have a good time. A place like Sidewinders, where it's just a whole bunch of rednecks and just, I'm gonna be honest with you.
You gonna attack your
Come on now.
You gonna attack your job?
I'm not attacking anybody, I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. That's what most of the people who are regulars there. I'm not gonna say they're rednecks, but they're primarily white people who care for country music,
So white people with country music make you a redneck.
No, I said I'd take that back. But don't make me sound bad, alright?
I just want to know I really want to know what classifies a redneck now. Like, what, just generally.
Well, okay, here's the thing. So, it's really weird. The people that come in there, you can tell the ones that are just straight redneck, and then they see me DJing, and it's like, damn, I guess I got to get on his good side to get my song played. you know? Dog.
Anybody come up? What's good, my brother?
Listen, last Saturday, this white dude came in, and it's funny that I even say redneck, because this is probably like the spitting image for the redneck. I mean, missing tooth. He had on overalls. Smelled kind of weird. I could smell the alcohol, obviously, just coming off of his breath. But he smelled weird just overall. So
he had a little musk to him.
Yeah, he had that little country twang to him. That's what I'm gonna call it.
The country twang.
He smelled like leaves in like Copenhagen. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to say. I'll say if Grizzly Wintergreen, if Grizzly Wintergreen was a car scent, this is probably what he would smell like. I'm not even gonna bullshit. Yo. So he came up to me, and at first he was like, "Hey man, it'd be cool if you could play some old school hip hop in here, you know?" But he said it kind of under his breath. And when people do that, I'm kind of thinking to myself like, all right, yeah, I guess it would be cool, but I know why the fuck you telling me that. I'm a nigga, you know what I'm saying? So don't be trying to come up here trying to sweet talk me. You feel me? Do you get what I'm saying though?
You don't think you actually went to hear some old school?
No, hell no. Hell no.
Yo.
And because here's the thing, he came back and requested a song. He requested something by it wasn't Morgan Wallen. I don't know who the fuck it was.
But it was completely on the other side.
Yeah,
of the spectrum.
Well, it was a country song. Damn, I'm gonna be thinking about that the entire time now. But you get what I'm saying.
So he tried to throw it like, "Hey, I'm with you, people."
Yes.
But then look out for me later.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times that shit has happened to me. I'm not even gonna bullshit, bro. On Friday night.
Oh
so
shit.
on Friday night, these girls came up to the DJ booth, and they were trying to ask how, you know, bad of a song could they request, like what could it have in it, what, you know, artist could it be. And, you know, I told him, I was just like, just nothing crazy, like WAP, we will never play that. You will never hear that come out of that bar.
What?
Unless they went under new management or something, you will never hear that fucking song.
I don't clean none of that.
You will never.
Oh man.
Hell no.
What about WAG, Wet and Gushy? You heard it on the radio? The radio version.
Well, yeah, I heard the radio version, but probably not even that either.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah. So these girls came up and they were talking about how they haven't been partying since they were in college, and they went to Radford and they were like 27, 28, something like that, and they requested 679 by Fetty Wap. Fucking Fetty Wap. Do you listen to Fetty Wap?
A little bit.
You still listen to Fetty Wap?
No, I wouldn't say currents. I would say, more like...
You know his songs, though.
Yeah, the ones that hit the radio a lot.
Right. So they were asking for that song, and were so mad that I couldn't play it. And it wasn't that I couldn't play it because, it's just a shitty song. I can't play it because it's just not a Sidewinders type of song, you know. It's just not it.
With these white girls?
Yes.
You don't like 679?
Well, I couldn't play it. That was above me. That was management who would have gotten mad at me.
You don't like the song though?
Well, I can listen to it. I don't care for it. First of all, I don't care necessarily to listen to Fetty Wap because I don't necessarily care to listen to Fetty Wap. But at the same time, it was just like, of all the songs you could fucking request, you in this bar, you drunk as fuck with yo girls, you got one chance to impress the DJ, and you ask for a fucking 679 by Fetty Wap. Of all the songs that have come out, of all the artists that have come out since Fetty Wap, this is what you asked for?
I mean, what song would have been like, if they would have threw at you, you would have been like, yo, that's a hey.
I'm not. Well, I don't know, because I'm gonna start thinking about a shit ton of songs if I try to think about that. But why that?
I mean, like, hey, 6, 7, 9. What they said they haven't partied since they left Radford. And you talking about 28? They're 28. That was probably one of their last songs in their senior year, somewhere around there. That's how long. Yeah, that's probably junior. That's probably junior, sophomore year, right then and there.
Well, that was just a very weird.
It was.
Encounter.
But tell me, like, even if it's like, a song outside, Sidewinders Management playlist. What is the one song if somebody's like, yo, can you play this? You be like, oh shit, my nigga, word, and you be like, you can't play it, but like your favorite song right now, like every time you in the car, you bump into it.
Well, I wouldn't say that it's anything in the Sidewinders playlist that I have there. I don't know. I would definitely have to think about that. That's why that's more of the reason why I say that is because. It's so many songs. Like there will be times when people, damn, my bad, will come up and request a song, and I'll actually like look for it. I'll actually look for it, and later on actually download it to use. You know what I'm saying, in my actual playlist. So I don't know. It's a lot of fucking songs, honestly. But that was a really weird suggestion.
What if she came up and been like, yo, play NWA, fuck the police? How would you?
I definitely would have just looked at her and been like, I can't play that. And that's all that I ever really do with people who ask for songs. Like I've had MILFs who asked for 679 or 679, damn, WAP. And it's kind of just that I can't do that.
You I know you can't play it. But there's something about, these women artists nowadays, the music they putting out, in the way it's touching other women, and then women get confident in that. I get that.
And you know what's crazy? There's a song called Any Man of Mine by Shania Twain. And it's a country song. And I have never played it, and women didn't go crazy for it. Or at least, start dancing to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like country music's Meg Thee Stallion, or like Cardi B, or
I never heard it.
I know you've never heard of it. You know what I'm saying? But
it didn't hit my radar.
You ain't gotta tell me that, nigga. But I mean, it's a pretty good song. I like the beat to it. I don't necessarily care as a DJ to play it. I wouldn't play it at one of my parties. But
absolutely.
I mean,
are you gonna play WAP at one of your parties?
I would.
I'm about to say you got to. Like even if like you as a DJ don't care for the song, you gotta understand what it does for the women. Yeah. Like women hear that WAP come on and like women just go crazy. They start spitting the verse and it's like they just start feeling themselves.
That's weird. I had to DJ. Well, I didn't have to DJ, but I was a guest DJ at this bar called Awful Arthur's in Salem. And it was right after WAP had came out. And of course that was the very first song that anybody requested. I hadn't had time necessarily to download the shit, so the dude who was actually DJing with me, who was the regular DJ there, he had to play it, and I was just like, dude, you got the shit all night whenever anybody requests it, because I'm pretty sure like 5 girls requested that song.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, even if, like, I can say, oh, I hate that song. But, which, on record, I actually don't care. I don't mind it. I think it's pretty good, for real.
I can't say that I've ever listened to it all the way through. Obviously, I know the lyrics. Yeah. Just from, the I don't cook, I don't clean, and shit that people make viral.
But low-key, like, I listen to it because I love women artists and what they're doing, the empowerment to, they're starting to say things that men have been saying, even though women have been doing it, but like how it's getting wider. Like we're not just one woman doing it. All women are doing it now. Like, and I love that. Like Ariana Grande dropped a new album. I don't know, you may not have heard it, but
I've definitely not heard it.
But that junk kind of wild on there. One of her songs on that junk is like 34 plus 35.
34 plus 35. What does that have to do with anything?
Like we're talking about women artists being, vocal with that vulgar language, to say the least. 34 plus 35, 69. And that's literally that's basically what the track is. And like she's singing about that. So like when I hear the women do that, and
so she's talking about a sex position.
Yeah, I actually think the album's called Positions. Actually, now you say that, I think it's called Positions.
Where the fuck is my phone at? Where?
Now that you say, I think it's Positions. And with that being said,
appreciate it.
With that being said, so when I hear women artists and I hear their music, we hear all the time the men sitting here rapping about how good they fucking women.
Oh, the artist. The album is called Positions.
Mm-hmm. We're hearing all the time about how men be having sex with women.
I see you, John, listening to them bad bitches.
Absolutely. What I go back to the main point, when I hear women singing, songs that they vibe to, bro, I don't care what nobody says. That's a turn on. Like you singing WAP and you spit out, you out here rap, me and you driving the car, and you driving and WAP come off and you spitting Megan Thee Stallion's verse word for word like that. I'm looking at you like, damn. And I'm feeling some type of way.
I don't know, dog.
Oh, it's something about when he went, especially with the way these women are coming out with the confidence, and and they're singing and rapping about it, and they're doing it,
right.
And the way Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, we had women artists do it before, but it's never been on this wave. It's never hit this peak of how strong and vocal this has been.
Well, it definitely, and I think I was talking to somebody about this sometime before. You think about artists like Shauna, Trina, Lil Kim.
Yeah. Eve.
Okay, maybe Eve.
I mean, she was back there.
Well, she was a very good artist. She was a very good rapper. I will say that. Eve was very good at rapping. But you think about it in the same sense of why didn't they make more of a impact?
It wasn't as accepted. Like, women.
And it's not accepted now. The thing is
I think it is.
Okay, that's just like saying when you see rappers with guns and drugs in their videos, it's accepted now. It's accepted by a spectrum of people.
Yeah, that community.
Right.
That listens to hip hop. Like
overall, that's not.
You're talking about you're comparing society to the hip hop. Like, everybody's not gonna fuck with hip hop, but as long as the people who do fuck with hip hop, let's say the people who fuck with hip hop is like, let's say society has a number of 300,000, but the people who fuck with hip hop is only 50,000, but 48,000 of the people to hip hop fuck with the guns. See then that's fine. The hip hop society loves that. Don't care about the other society. Don't care about the real regular society. As long as a good majority of the hip hop society likes it, it doesn't matter. Take back to like Biggie Smalls, 10 Crack Commandments. Man put out a whole track on how to sell crack. And
that's true.
And that jump low key was kind of fire. I like it. I listen to it. Sometimes, I don't even live the life. I just want to listen to how to sell crack sometimes. Might want to get into business.
I guess so.
So, it may not be accepted by society. Like, if society's going to look at you and say, yo, you shouldn't want to sell crack. But the hip-hop community society going to be like, hey, yo, that's on fire. But then, so you think about the, that's what I did. So you think about the...
You turn your damn flashlight on?
Yeah. So then you think about the women. So at first, the women in the hip-hop, like, let's say again 50,000 women in the hip hop, only 10,000 were actually out here rapping with Eve, Trina, Lil Kim, doing anything. And like, they weren't judgmental of those women, saying, oh, they shouldn't be talking like that. Nah, that's not how you're supposed to act. Now you're looking at it at 35, 40K out of 50. Looking like, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj.
But just think, okay, so Lil Kim, she's probably really the only one that people even today won't even necessarily find relevant, but it's like, oh, okay, I've heard of Lil Kim before.
Yeah.
Trina, I may have heard of her. The Brat,
I never heard of the Brat. Never heard of that. Maybe I may have heard a song, but don't know her by name. But
you definitely heard.
I've heard Trina. I've heard Lil Kim, K Michelle. you know,
K
E.
Michelle. Ain't no K Michelle won't rapping. K Michelle, I think she's R&B, isn't she?
Hey, I thought she was rapping at one point in time, bro.
Nah, B. I don't know about all that, but
Hey, well, she was. I'm pretty sure. Now I gotta look that up too.
she was on shit. What the fuck? She was in the song. Fuck. Can't even find it. Well, talking about the brat.
I don't even think this Kate Michelle person the same one I'm talking about. We ain't talking about her no more.
Are you talking about Chrisette Michelle? Because she wasn't a rapper either.
Nah. I'm not talking about her either.
I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm not talking about her either.
So deaf. Where the fuck was she at? She was in The Brat. Yeah, I think they like me. You know that song?
Oh, I think they like.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she was with Bow Wow and Jermaine Dupri. Why the fuck was I not? Oh, I was thinking about In My White Tee. Damn. Well, it's kind of like it sounds
Just the same.
Yeah.
Just the same melody. Would it be?
That's so weird though.
But
Like
yeah.
how everything is like accepted now, but female rappers back then it was kind of like you really had to
like-
try so hard.
It was like taboo. And you know, here's my thing with it. With the women rappers, it's not the man's fault. You know, we bump. You know, I'm not saying. What I mean is like, we'll listen to the men's stuff because we can relate to it. It was the women who weren't letting the women get popping like that.
Well, that and it just wasn't accepted. Okay, you think about
That's
when
what I'm
Nicki
saying.
Minaj came out.
It wasn't accepted.
Nicki
So-
Minaj. When I tell you, I used to listen to Nicki Minaj songs like how I listen to any type of pop song now when I'm driving down the road. I got to turn it down, you know what I'm saying, just in case I pull up to a stoplight and motherfucker see a nigga just listening to a damn pop song and it's like, hey yo, shouldn't you be listening to like something else?
That's a stereotype,
You get what I'm-
bro.
Okay,
I
it's a
feel you.
stereotype.
I feel you. Why can't you bang some Nicki Minaj in your vehicle on your own?
Well, all right. When she first came out, when it was just mixtape Nicki Minaj, I could. But then it was like pop songs that she started coming out with. But it was still really good songs.
I mean, that's because pop sells. Pop sells more than anything. Like true pop sell more than
Well,
true
that's
hip-hop.
because it has radio value.
Yeah, because you gotta have a catchy tune. You gotta have something that hooks to the mind.
You think about songs like Gucci Gang, Old Town Road. If they never would have been on the radio, nobody would have fucking cared about them.
Because if you can't sing it, like it's not easy to get stuck in the brain, like to be catchy. You're not getting it. But Nicki Minaj, I think did do well with the pop songs too, though. Like
I guess so. But let's talk about something else that's getting catchy in the brain. You seen the Trump rallies that's been going on?
I saw a riot happen in D.C.
Okay, so that happened, but this is the video that I saw earlier.
What you got?
It's from wherever in Sacramento. Fuck, I hate these.
Damn,
Like a YouTube.
Cali? A Trump rally in Cali?
Sacramento, yeah.
Why the boy? Cali's
Bro,
starving.
just watch. Okay, so the woman is talking. I don't want to play the audio because you
Yes.
know. But just watch when the actual shit starts. They start whooping this dude's ass. Dude, just keep watching. My bad.
Yo, it ain't gonna be like that. Is
Oh, why not? Oh, little bitch. Oh, punk ass, puss ass.
Hey,
no, you fuck
What ain't
ass you
jumping,
fuck.
yo? Hey,
Fuck
stop.
you.
Look at these thugs.
Yeah, bro.
Look at these thugs.
And you know what I'm so happy for? It's not black and white.
It's just white on white violence.
Yeah, bro. I love it. I don't know why.
You know what I'm upset about?
What?
I ain't seen not a lick of tear gas. I ain't seen no
Oh
rubber
yeah, well,
bullets.
when I first seen the one in DC that you're talking about, I saw it on like somebody's retweet or quoted tweet or whatever, like something that went viral. And they was talking about there wasn't any tear gas or anything that you seen at like Black Lives Matter riot or
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say riot, dude, but just a protest. You know, like here's the thing. I feel like it only turns into a riot when someone from the counter group shows up and it's just like fuck what y'all are talking about. But here's the thing is this is based off of, hey, look at this, they got all the Proud Boys flags and Look, this is a hate group. They even say it on there. Well, I don't know if they've ever called Black Lives Matter a hate group, but probably have. Somebody has.
Hey, who going against who right here?
Look, the dude's recording them.
Like,
I got you on camera, bitch.
but wait, was the Trump group on the right? Who was on the left?
That's the thing.
Like,
You wouldn't know.
That's what,
Look
like,
at the cops that are actually there. They're just not doing anything.
like they was protecting the Trump. They was protecting the Trump rally on the right, but who was opposing them on the left?
Was that Antifa? I don't know.
Was that Biden's niggas? Was Biden in one with deep?
This whole fucking election is so stupid, though. Like, my thing is, the dude's already lost, so what are you fighting for? I feel like that has to be
I
the
want to
new
go
age.
fight just to fight.
Well, that has to be the new age. Oh shit! Damn! Look at him. Well, damn. They're getting tear gas now. Somebody's getting. Oh wait, no, I think that's just the same video.
Same
Never
name,
mind.
jump. Hey, yank that man, stomp that man.
Damn! They just showing more of it. Oh fuck! Bitch ass nigga. Look,
He got maced. He got maced.
He said, wait a minute. I'll be back. Well, somebody got arrested. Shit.
It need to be the 5 hoodlums that jumped that man and stomped him out.
Well,
Thugs.
My thing is just, okay, so it's almost like having or trying to even justify segregation. Y'all lost the war, so y'all lost the Civil War. The South lost the Civil War. Just accept the fact that slavery is now gone. You know, everything that had to deal with us being separated is now gone. The thing about it is today is you gotta think we're still living with people who were around during segregation.
Absolutely.
Like anyone who is even in their 70s, 80s, they have a good visual of what segregation was like.
My granny, mom, and granddad
Yeah, we talked about that
was at the
before.
MLK rally.
Yeah,
Yup.
bro, and just think, so many years later, we're still dealing with that.
My dad's, I think, a year after MLK got assassinated, he was born. So you think times were easy for him
No,
either?
that was 68, I think we said before. No, my mom was 3 years old, I think. My dad, he was a little bit older. But my stepdad, he was not born yet.
Yeah, my dad was like, I think he wasn't born yet. I think he was like, MLK got assassinated and he's in the womb.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that's like that.
Damn. Have you been seeing this shit? This fucking
Outbreak
COVID
sword.
Yeah, bro. So did you see where we reached 11 million COVID cases?
Yeah, remember what they said? They said that he killed it. Well, it got colder. Look what happened.
11 million, my nigga. That is look at them bitch ass niggas up there.
Damn, you gonna call him out the current president like that and the next one? You gonna dish both?
Well, first of all, Donald Trump isn't the president anymore.
I mean,
They keep doing recounts of the vote, and he just keeps losing states.
He in office until until next year. He's still in office.
Fuck that.
That's your president of the United States of
That has
America.
to be probably the shittiest feeling ever. Why would they even do that to the president of the United States? You have the most important job in the world, and they're gonna give you a 2 months notice.
No, hey. The job
When
gave-
you gotta get the fuck
The job
out.
gave him a 2 months notice, bro. Say you better enjoy these times. Get your
have
orders
the
in
most
affair.
important job in the world.
And look how the job treats you. They gave you a notice.
What if they like took the mattress pads out the bed?
Hey, yo, what if Biden put a basketball court back in the White House?
Bro, what if,
Remember, Obama had the court in the White House.
what if
What
they
if,
like took out what if he had like a queen size or even like a king size bed, something nice as fuck, and then they just put like a twin size bed in the corner, like the Oval Office.
yo, you know Trump leaving just disrespectful stuff.
Dog, I'd be in there. I'd go live on Instagram and be like, "Hey yo, you see how they all treat these niggas?"
That's disrespectful, yo. You can't do
That
that.
motherfucker acting like he don't want to get out. We gonna get you out, nigga.
Damn. You see where Twitter's starting to flag all this stuff?
Well, dude, I'm not a political person. So after the election was over with, I just said, fuck it. I didn't keep looking at anything that... Well, it was more so because even with going to the country bar, obviously more of them are in favor of Trump than Joe Biden. You can kind of figure that.
Maybe they all like Biden. You ever think about that?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. With working there, you definitely hear a lot. And maybe, I don't know, maybe they just told me this because they knew who I was fucking voting for. So, I mean, a lot of them would
you could have been a coon.
What you mean?
You could have been one of them niggas that been like Southern pride. That's what the Confederate flag mean. And I'm so over it.
Well, I mean, and this is the thing that I more so like about Sidewinders is, yeah, it's a country bar. It's not a country bar to the extent of, oh, we're all secretly racist and we got this flag hanging up that, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because here's the thing, Sidewinders, even the owners couldn't possibly be racist. One of the head chefs is black. One of the main DJs is black. Me, you know what I'm saying? There's been other black employees there.
Why can't they be racist?
You said why can't they be?
Why can't they?
Well, they probably can be, but
hey, some of the best. Matter of fact, not say some. All of the best nigga workers in them fields was black.
Right. Okay.
Some of them best baby cleaners, and they had in the household.
Okay, you have to think
black.
about they didn't have to give them respect. You better give me respect, or else I'll give you a reason to shut this fucking bar down. I'm serious, bro. I made that up in my mind. If anything happened after the election happened, to where I had to quit, or just anything with management,
right,
management, I was gonna have to take it into my own hands.
One call. Who you calling?
I don't know. I got a couple crazy cousins, so if they don't answer, I guess some of my homeboys. But I guess we'll just.
No.
Well, we ain't gonna talk about that because nothing happened. So all right. Anyways, the thing about it is like, okay, if they were to ever show up as or come off as racist, I've never seen it. So that's the only reason why I say that. But I mean,
yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying just because you're white, you're racist. No, that's not what.
Yeah, I know. You was just asking the question, just
hey, look, all I was saying is,
entertaining the idea.
Business is business, and business boom when you got good black workers. That's all I'm saying. They know.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But I mean, my thing is just like, what are y'all fighting for at this point? You've already lost. And right before you got here, I was watching this video, or it was kind of like a bullshit video. It was a CNN like walk around interview that this dude had made, and he was talking to all these people at these Trump rallies, and they were saying just everything about how like they seen where there was fraud in the voting. They seen some of the ballots didn't get counted. Just all this other shit. They seen where it got burned and all this other stuff. And they were showing videos of where the ballots were fake ballots, and or sample ballots. I think that's what they said. But it was just like they were so adamant on defending this man, and it's like he doesn't care about you.
I don't know so much, they was adamant defending that man.
They were definitely. What are you defending?
I think they feel like, in their right mind, to play devil's advocate, to justify, that action in defending his loss.
See, look, they're talking about it over there now. Look, fucking Proud Boys flag. Stop the steal. See, who the fuck is stealing the vote? They've done so many recounts and he keeps losing. Look, there's a fucking black man up there. Well, you didn't see him.
Yes, yeah, I called it.
Okay.
But the thing, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're talking about some. I think what they're saying is like they don't want Biden in office at all. They like it can't stomach the idea of Biden being in there because they're just so against what he stands for, and that's why I think they're really supporting Trump. They also may love him, whatever. Who cares about that? But you got to remember, Trump's the one who told him not to mail in votes. Trump's the one who did that. You're talking about stop the count? Why? Not every voice don't count matter no more.
Well, everything that you're going to get in now has to be a mail-in vote.
Absolutely.
Everything's been accounted for.
Yeah.
What more do you... Here's my thing. The fact that we, for like some days, do you remember we were going through this little period of constantly checking Google to see who won the election, and the only thing we were getting was, Biden had like 264 and Trump had like 214, and the winner had to get to 270. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I mean, that was a screenshot that I had for some days. Why the fuck? First of all, if you're losing in a game 264 to 218 and it's the last quarter, like in the election, it's the last day of the election, you're still losing 264 to 218 or 214, whatever. What makes you think that you're gonna come back?
Well, originally it wasn't that big of a deficit. Honestly, it was like 240 to 2. It was like because he needed at one point in time he had Nevada, but he needed to win. I think he needed to like win Nevada. I think it was 264 actually, because I think he needed Nevada to win.
Well, I don't know how any of that shit works.
Well, it's electoral college. They vote based off of people's popular vote, yada yada.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Like when I seen the 264 to 214, and people were still just talking about like, he could still win. How the fuck could he still win?
Because if Nevada flipped, and Nevada's was like a margin of like 20,000 votes, I think. So if Nevada flips and Biden doesn't get it, then I think he could have. But here at this point in time, he was leading Georgia, he was leading Pennsylvania, and I think he was leading Georgia, Pennsylvania, and I think another state. But Biden had it wasn't 260, it wasn't 264, it was like 240, because Wisconsin and Nevada had both not finished yet, and they would have made up to I think 270 on the dot together.
So, well, I don't know.
So that's what it was. It was like 5 states: Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan.
Well, I was about to say, where the fuck is my phone? I guess I couldn't find it now, but
yeah, it was Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia. I think were the 5 major ones that were like that at first Georgia and Pennsylvania were for Trump. That's what they were showing on the map. Then they flipped and it literally just blew up in Trump's face. Like at first he went from taking if he would have won Pennsylvania and Georgia, he would have some big states, and he would have lost by Biden would have just had 7. But then it flipped and he lost by 300 to 213 or something.
It's still losing.
Yeah,
of course. But you know where Trump kind of fucked up?
Being Trump,
he should have made Candace Owens his fucking vice president. Do you know who Candace Owens is?
Nah, don't.
He should have said fuck Pence.
He
should have said, dude, you can't do shit for me. After that little fly incident during the what was their debate, him and Kamala Harris. Well, first of all, you should have known she was coming in with more bragging rights than you just because she's a black woman who's actually debating.
Well, not even bragging rights. I would say more confidence.
Well, yeah, I mean,
more
kind of the same
confidence,
thing.
more ability. Anytime I see a woman in the same position as a man, just opposite buildings, opposite, places. For example, let's say Pence and Kamala. I automatically give Kamala the edge. I feel like you had to work much harder to get where you're at.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Than the man did. Especially when you're talking about that level. Like if I see 2 fry cooks at McDonald's and one's a man, one's a woman, you're doing the same. Yeah, I don't think nothing of it.
But you give more credit to the woman
if we're talking higher stages,
right? Yeah.
So if I see 2 CEOs, give me the woman.
Hold on, I gotta pee. I wonder if you could hear any outside noise this whole time, because that door was definitely open. All right. So back to the bullshit. Walmart to limit number of shoppers. Well, fuck. I thought they still had the guardrail with the 2 security guards working outside. Security guards working outside.
All I know is fuck Walmart. Fuck,
most definitely.
fuck Walmart and fuck Sony. What money hungry people, like, not only that, bro, them PlayStations is horrible, man. Like, I ain't got one, and that's why I'm upset. Then pre-orders the bots buying them all online, it's ridiculous.
Well, okay, so I've been seeing where a lot of them have been having problems.
You talking about the PlayStations?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't looked into it because I haven't gotten one, so I don't really care. At this point,
so.
I'm
thinking about getting one. I'm definitely
gonna get one. Like that. Like that's my escape. So in the first batch, because I ain't get one, I ain't care. I ain't looking up nothing. Right. I'm not about to research. I'll have to get a later batch. My issue with it is, since everything hasn't been online, you know, people done got these bots, and you be seeing these people all on social media. They done got like 20 of them things just sitting there. Like one dude who's a famous streamer, I can't get his name. He streams 2K. He got like literally like 10 or 15 of them. Just took a picture of them.
Yeah. See what's the point in that?
Did resale value.
Baby got
5 of them from his girl.
Yeah.
See, the thing about what the girl one is. Now, if she used the bot, yeah, damn her too. Now, if she went and bought them off of people who were reselling them for like $1,600 and shit. All right, whatever. Even though I think you stupid, because you should have just bought one. What the hell that nigga gonna do? You better bought 5 PlayStations for him and all his kids. I don't understand it, but whatever.
And that's the thing is, like, so what did you get it for? For him to put it on his Instagram story.
I don't know why. Like, I get the people, like the streamer, I think, you know, he got his, you know, he's going to do, watch my stream, and, you know, you got a chance at a PS5, yada, yada, you know, donations, you know, raffles, make money off of it. So, but I'm still upset that these places, these companies, you know, they allowed people to buy an absurd amount of it just because it's sold. Like, I don't care if it's a bot. The place, there should be bots in the system that be like, yo, we don't allow more than 2 to a household.
Well, have you ever thought, okay, so I don't want to say how do you necessarily sell out, but because I mean, I understand it. You can only make but so much before the actual product comes out, you know? This is their fault. This is Sony's and Xbox's fault. I get COVID had hit. And so you're talking about Xbox and PlayStation?
Yes.
Now.
I'm talking Microsoft and Sony's fault. If they're sold out of their system, it's their fault. I get, you know, so not only sold out in their system, but sold out in this fashion. Like, I get, you know, COVID hit. I get, you know, factories may even shut down. You couldn't have got your pieces. There was limited supply. I get that. My issue is you waited all the way until 2 months out of your release, and you guys were having a staring contest to see who's going to blink first and drop their prices, to drop their release date. You knew COVID had hit. If you actually cared about your customers, I would have much rather you had sat there and brought out the PS5 information, or like when you had brought out the PS5 information and the Xbox information, like from the get-go earlier this year, before we even knew the release date. Like, we found out about the PS5, I think, early, like spring. We didn't get the release date until fall. Right. So I feel like at that point in time, you shouldn't.
Yo, this motherfucker is going crazy up there.
I mean, I don't know what he's doing up there.
This motherfucker thinks it's like a live theater or something up there.
And John Doobie B, it's like you got 2 stereos up there, yo.
Dog, I'm literally about to go grab this broom and start beating the fuck out the ceiling.
You can't do that on the podcast. But they be like, yo, that's gonna be comedy.
Well, I'm not
TV.
gonna do it. I wouldn't do it more so because he has a dog up there, and I don't want to get him in trouble.
Yeah.
More so because
just knock on that man's door. Ask him what's up.
Well, shit.
Take
these walls are very, like, thin. Because when I tell you I can hear him sometimes, like, if everything is off in here, I can definitely hear him sometimes having conversations. So, that shit beating, dog.
That just sound like it's a goddamn Impala up above you, dog.
That shit sound like a box Chevy up here. This shit dead ass sound like it's something out of ATL.
But yeah, so I'm blaming both of them because they sat there and had this whole competition about when we're gonna drop our prices, because, you know, for like competitive value and everything, and instead of caring about the customers, if they would have released, you know, with the COVID information, if they would have released the idea that, hey, this is what's gonna happen, we're gonna open up pre-orders very early, you know what I'm saying, and like, you know, the pre-orders weren't If you pre-order one, you're getting one on launch. If you pre-order one, we have a placeholder for you, and when we have it in stock, we'll let you know when it's sent to you.
Right.
Then I don't think there would have been this big of a hassle as long as people would have been able to get their product, or like right now I'm upset because I don't know when I'm gonna get a PlayStation. I'm upset because I don't know when I'm gonna get the Xbox. I'm not gonna get an Xbox, but people don't know when they're gonna get it. Like, you're hoping you can win. You're hoping you can beat these bots on an online purchase.
Right.
So it's like I'm really not. That my issue with it isn't the fact that the COVID hit. I understand that. It's the corporations at top handled it wrong. If you would much later earlier talking about with COVID happening, we're taking pre-orders, but we don't know when exactly you'll get it. The release date is the 12th. We don't know if you're gonna be a first day launch or a week after launch. Now eventually, like if as long as I was able to put my order in and I knew it was coming, wouldn't have been a problem. But now that I have to play the waiting game and not know,
look at that. Tell me what you think.
Now that I don't know when I'm gonna get it, that becomes the issue. Like, I'm okay with not getting the system day one because I want to see the bugs, yada yada.
Well, I didn't want to get it as soon as it came out.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, here's the thing: if I was to get anything right now, just so I could splurge some money and say fuck it, I would definitely just get a PS4 and just trade it in, or sell it whenever.
I just probably gonna trade in for like $60.
Hell yeah.
That's how GameStop do.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like financially, if you don't have enough money for a PS5, you probably shouldn't have a PS5. Unless you're like a little kid.
If you can't buy it twice, like literally, like if you can't look at it like,
that's how I feel.
If you can't buy it twice, like immediately, like if come tomorrow, if I can get a PS5 right there for like face value, like what it is, like we restocked. If I couldn't buy it twice, then I wouldn't. You shouldn't get it. But I could buy it. I could buy it then. I could buy it 2 times. I could buy it 3, 4. Whatever, doesn't matter.
Right now, I ain't gonna say I could. Come Wednesday, once I get paid, I could buy it.
I mean, as long as you know your money finances, like if you paid all your bills, like for example.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing. It's like, well right now, dude. Well, with the country bar shutting down, that kind of shuts out $100 that I'm getting from that
income,
yeah, from doing a night there. But okay, so that's, if you think about it, kind of a good amount of money.
That's a chunk.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, okay, I'm getting paid pretty good from the job that I have at the fitness center, but I mean, I'm just gonna have to see. Damn, I'm just gonna have to see within the next couple weeks what happens. So, but I mean, I don't see this being shut down like how it was in March. I
don't know. It surged again.
It definitely has,
and
but at least we have a vaccine now. It's not just we're shutting down and we don't even know what the fuck we're dealing with.
I mean, yes, we're not ignorant anymore, but it's still like.
Well, there are a lot of people who are still ignorant to it, which is why there's still people.
No, what I meant by ignorant was like lack of knowledge. It's not something we're getting hit by. Nothing these people know of it and they're just not caring.
Well, don't you think that's rude. Also lack of knowledge of even knowing just how serious it is? Because you have to think, we live in a world where people are. I mean, people live day to day, so. If you don't catch the virus today, if you don't catch it tomorrow, if you don't catch it within the next week, next month, you're going to start thinking, well, shit, not that I'm exempt from it, but
it ain't affecting my daily life.
Right.
My thing with that is I, for one, don't care for the virus. Like, in general, like.
What do you mean?
Like, all right, I think it's going to be a part of life. Like, I think, 20 plus years from now.
Well, yeah, just like the flu is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the virus was literally just a modified version of some like kind of like sickness, like the flu. Let's just say, for example, let's say if it was a strand of that. I think you got to think about it. As life goes on, mutations happen. The same thing's going to happen with these germs and sicknesses as well. So,
right.
was as life's going to go on, and with these mutations, like that's why when I see the coronavirus, it could be deadly, but it's, to me, it's like, it's just stronger than the flu because we don't have medicines for it. Remember, it was taking like 2 weeks at first for test. Now you can get tested that day and you're good because now the science and technology knows what it's doing, what it is, what to test for, and what to do with it. Now I'm not saying there's pop an ibuprofen and you're good.
Ah, shit.
But
basically.
But I'm saying, like, I just think it was a stronger strand of a sickness, and I'm not saying I'm not gonna catch it. Like, I go out, I wear my mask. When I go to work,
oh yeah, most definitely.
When I go to work, I wear my mask. I'm not afraid of it. If I get it, then it's just what it was meant. It was just meant to go, and I was just meant to get it because I still do the precautionaries, and if I get it, I get it. But I'm still wearing my mask to these people because I'm cautious. I'm concerned about you. Like, even if you care that you might get it or you don't care, I don't want to be the reason you do get it. So right. That's what I mean by, like, they're not ignorant, they're rude. That's what I meant by that.
Here's the thing.
Because that mask don't kill nobody to wear it.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. Dude, when I tell you, okay, it didn't feel like nothing for me to wear the mask. But after a while, it was just like, well, fuck it, If this is what we're having to do, why am I going to be the person to make a big scene? That's like getting a speeding ticket, and you're saying, oh, you're just pulling me over because of just whatever bullshit reason. This is the law. Yeah. It's the fucking law. You got to wear a fucking mask. Why are you're arguing with somebody? First of all, you're arguing with people who are Walmart workers and who are security guards at Walmarts and all these different malls and shit.
Fast food.
Who are following government rules.
Fast food restaurants.
This is beyond them. This is far beyond even their pay grade.
Yep.
And you're arguing with them, going viral with them. Did you see the fucking video of the security guard or whatever at the football or soccer game, whatever, who was kicking out the white woman for not wearing a mask? He was a black security guard.
I think so.
And he had to tase the woman because she started, fighting or resisting arrest or whatever. And he arrested her, but she wasn't wearing a fucking mask. What? But where does that go out the window? From where, like, oh, she should have been wearing a mask, to, oh, that's unlawful. That was a black man. He shouldn't have been doing that.
This is not just like the complete opposite of Black Lives Matter. She all she had to do was comply. All she had to do was comply, but the laws don't apply to them. The laws don't apply to them because their complying is like, oh, it's against our government rights to follow these laws. But hey, that law don't apply to her.
Well,
that's entitlement. The certain laws don't apply to those people, and that's where it goes.
You don't hear anything else about it. I feel like maybe if white people were, and I hate to say white people, if
that's majority.
Okay, if white people were a little bit more, okay, be adamant on your reason for why should we feel like we deserve the same shit as y'all, because we don't see it. And there isn't, a reason why we should feel any equal to y'all. So. But have you noticed that every Trump supporter and everybody that you see on, like, just all these different interviews talking about Trump and how, oh, the election was stolen. How the fuck was the election stolen?
That's what Trump is saying. That's their leader.
Dude, they've done so many fucking recounts and he keeps losing states. What the fuck do you want, dude?
Hey, their leader is saying he's getting cheated.
Fuck him.
Hey, that's what it be like.
Okay.
But that's their leader. You remember being on the football field?
Speaking of football field, we're not even going to talk about getting cheated on the football field.
No, I'm talking about you. But you remember, like, I know personally. My days in football, there was one guy I can think of. I'm not going to say his name.
Okay.
Who would always give these speeches.
Okay, I know who you're talking about
Yo.
just from us being on the same team. So
But give those speeches and then go out
Okay.
there and play the worst.
yeah, and play the
On
worst fucking
film,
football that
get
you've
dissected.
ever seen.
Like, we go into film on Wednesdays and it'd be like, sir, what did you do here? What were you thinking? And
High school football was so funny.
like,
Lineman film days? Oh my god, dude. When I tell you, you see some of the most. You see shit that you didn't even realize during the game.
my favorite.
It's like, wow, we didn't make this, play, or we didn't get this many yards because of this stupid motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And half of the time, they were my fault because I would hold and get us pulled back some
Hey,
yards.
it is
So,
what it-
I didn't give a fuck, dude. I was ready for wrestling season.
I love filming, man. I remember being in film one time, and we're watching the other team's offense. Got the whole defense in there. We're watching the other team offense. You might have been in here for this one.
No, I was never on the defense.
You was never in the defense meetings.
Well, here's the thing. I played defense
You probably
when
should've-
somebody got hurt.
You probably should have main defense.
No. Well, I can't move my feet that good.
You ain't
When
got
it
to. You
comes
could have bull rushed them.
No, I wasn't. In high school, I wasn't necessarily... Like, here's the thing. I was strong enough to wrestle. Okay, wrestling strength and football strength are two different things. Two different, completely different things.
I just felt like you was bigger than the average division,
I was.
especially the division we were playing in. I felt like you was just bigger than
Yeah,
them.
I
and
definitely was.
you
I mean,
probably-
I was already 6'2", 220 pounds.
Yeah.
And an offensive lineman. It wasn't that I was slow off the ball or, I mean, I was up and ready and going at whoever the defender was, and I was good at blocking. But I just couldn't move my feet all that good.
I feel like you out of a 4-point coming out the center off the D line would have been vicious.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like
My 40 time was terrible.
It didn't matter as long as your first step and out of the 4-point.
Dude.
I think you would have been nasty.
Just think, in high school, I was 220 pounds. My 40 time was something in like the fives.
And you a lineman. It's whatever.
But I'm 220 pounds. I'm pretty sure Ezekiel Elliott is either the same size as me or a little bit heavy. Hold on, let me...
I think he is like 225, 235.
Well, you gotta think that's the typical size of a grown ass man is 220 pounds. Just anything over 200 pounds.
Well, you gotta also remember, back in high school he probably wasn't 225. Back in high school he probably was 6 foot.
Well, okay, yeah, all right. It says right now on Google he's 225. Well, he's 6 foot though.
Yeah, I remember. And back in high school he probably was 6 foot, $180. Went to college and bulked up. And was still, and them trainers and them guys got him to 225 and was able to keep him to where he still had an explosive step.
Don't think nothing of this question. Do I look like him?
Is he good? I don't know, man. That man got some crazy.
When I had my hair. Because I've definitely, here's the thing. Okay, and I wouldn't have asked you that had I not gotten that here recently. Because when I was in high school,
I can see the similarities.
When I had my, hot top, or it wasn't even a hot top fade. It was more like a blowout, like a Pauly D blowout, just for a nigga. But when I had that, I looked more like him. But I think it was more just the hair.
I can see it.
But now it's kind of just and I still get it. So I'm just like, dude, it's either that or Ice Cube.
I see the Ice Cube one.
No.
I see the Ice Cube one. Especially when you got your goatee and not the beard. Like, the beard makes you Elliot. The goatee makes you Ice Cube.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah, but back to the jump, man. We had that player who would give these speeches and play the worst football game ever. Like, I remember, just awfully bad. And one thing I really loved, I already knew I was gonna play 4 years of high school and I was done. I wasn't going to the next level. My senior year, I loved my group of DBs. Number 17, number 21. It was just us three, and then we pulled out a random person every time to go play the other side.
Right.
And the thing that made us so great together was I had a bad attitude and I didn't like my coaches. They were bad. I don't care.
Well, I feel
21 was good and he didn't care because he knew he was good. 17 knew he was going off and going off to the next level.
Yeah,
he did, 17 knew he was good and going off to the next.
One light break.
Yeah,
Light break.
I
know he's talking about. I'm over here trying to like.
Yeah.
Hold on, the picture's up there, bro. Did you ever see that?
I see that picture.
I got that, and the state ring is right here.
Yeah, I got mine still in the house. Mine's sitting on my dresser.
I haven't worn this shit in years.
No,
I wore it like for the first couple months just to show everybody I was state champion. But.
You know what's crazy? I had lost my state ring one time. Didn't care. I had lost the bands on my arm that said I was a state championship wrestler. Not wrestler. I'm sorry, it was in the background. Oh, a state champion football player, and I had lost. This back when I was working at McDonald's. I had lost those 2 bands, and I was more upset about that because they were on my wrist every day. I haven't taken these wrists off since I.
Oh, you talking about the blue bands?
Yeah. I still got the state championship one of 2014.
Oh.
6 years this thing has.
The one from Huddle.
Yeah. 6 years
I think I remember that.
Yeah, 6 years this thing hasn't came off just because. And it's been more on me.
That has been 6. That was 2014.
Yes.
I keep thinking about 2015, but
because we graduated. Yeah. 2014, 2015 football season, but they would classify it. But
do you remember I didn't even play in that game?
The state one?
The state game, yeah.
This is why I had bad coaching. Like the state game I didn't play in, but I was the hero for the game right before it. I made so many great plays the game before it, and then the state game, it was like, oh, nah, we're gonna play X guy, and I got limited goes into it. It was whatever.
I started doing bad a couple games. I started doing bad the Northside game, and I'll never forget this. I got 3 holding penalties in a row, and obviously, the backup came in because, all right, why you fucking up?
Yeah.
So the next game was James Monroe, and I think I got a holding penalty, and then the guy that I was, supposed to be guarding or blocking, whatever, he just kept, dude, he was so fucking fast. By the time I even, came up in my position to block, he was already, doing a spin move behind me, where I just couldn't even catch my fucking, feet.
Yeah.
I couldn't even catch my balance. He's already behind me. And I remember he made the fucking tackle on Jock in the backfield, and all I seen was my replacement coming on the field, and I was just like, fuck. I knew what time it was. And then in the state game, I don't know what the fuck happened. I just didn't get any playing time. But it was whatever. I mean, I'm not going to say I didn't care. I cared, but...
Yeah, it was our last one we wanted to play.
Well, yeah, but not even that. I knew literally the Monday after that Saturday, I was on a wrestling mat. That's what I cared about, So it was just like, all right, let me get through this state game. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. We won. I got hella recognition for no damn reason. I was a starter all the way up until those playoff games. Obviously Northside and then James Monroe happened. I didn't start in the state game, but that was more because they seen it as a liability sense more than he's trying to contribute to the team. It was more all right, he don't give a fuck. He's ready for wrestling season to start, But fuck that. Since we're talking about football, did you see this shit on Sunday?
I only saw the last highlight of it. That's really...
Well, okay, I didn't watch the actual game either, obviously. I don't care about the Cardinals or the Bills. But DeAndre fucking Hopkins. Look at this. First of all, and it was the last play of the game, which made it so much better.
What's crazy is...
Look at this, dude. 3 defenders.
No, what's crazy is as good as that catch is, that throw's better.
Yeah.
That throw is...
Oh, yeah. Nobody gives Kyler Murray any credit for the actual throw.
As good as that catch was, I didn't watch... I only watched the catch. I only saw the snippet of him catching over that dude. But as good as that catch was... That throw was amazing. On the run, dodging defenders, slinging it across body.
Dude, just think about how hurt you have to be if you're a Bills player.
Look
at this, dude. 3 defenders. 3D fucking fenders. We're not gonna go back.
That throw was better than the catch. Great catch, fantastic catch. That throw's better. On the run, cross body, dodging defenders. Late minute, that's a great catch. No, but give me the throw.
I think, okay.
Look, rolls out. Let me get this one defender. Get away. Keep the play going. A crossbody on the runner. Lean back. Throw. Heave on money. On money.
Well, that wasn't necessarily. He had to do that.
What you mean?
That was the last play of the game.
That's what I'm saying. They both had to execute, but I love that catch. I love the throw better than the catch.
I'm pretty sure the field goal, or not field goal, but the kickoff was the last point in the game.
Well, yeah, because they do a PAT with 1 second, and then they got one more. That 1 second they have to play.
Yeah.
So, because there's still a chance, he runs it back. But that throw right there, I didn't even watch the throw. The throw was freaking amazing.
Dude, watch this. That's amazing.
That's amazing catch. But I love the quarterback play there first. Like to escape, to throw on the run, cross shoulder, cross body. Oh man.
They were talking about did you see how he had on Jordan gloves?
Oh, they was gonna make a jump man. I did see something like that.
I saw there was like the
jump man. Yeah, can't wait to do something like this.
But still though, dude, I will say that's a lot better. Who was the dude who a couple years ago did the like forward jump, the front
flip over the defender?
Yeah,
I think it was AJ Green. I want to say it was AJ Green. I'm not 100%.
It was on the Bengals, but I'm pretty sure.
If it's on the Bengals, I want to say AJ Green. It could have been somebody else, but I'm not 100%.
Shit, fuck it. We're gonna look that up too. But still, it's just like AJ Styles. Shit, it might have been him. I'm pretty sure it was him actually.
Put that front flip. As soon as you start typing FRO, they gonna pop up.
Yep.
Yep.
Fight fantasy football front flip.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But even then, I don't want to go to like. I hate looking at highlights and having to watch like the whole entire like news article leading up to it.
No, absolutely.
I just want to see like the actual play, and that was it.
That's
what I was trying to find with the other shit.
While this ad is going, back to 17 and 21. I love those guys. 17 was good.
I forgot we was even talking about that.
17 was good, and he knew he was going to the next level. Didn't need nothing. Was fine. 21 was great. Had a bad attitude. Was fine. And then I had a bad attitude. Knew I wasn't playing no more. Fine. We all meshed so well. I remember being in meetings, hearing the talks by that player who had bad film every time, and we would all laugh together. Coaches chewing us out. We all laughed together right afterwards. That's wild.
What the fuck?
To do a front flip into the end zone like that's disrespectful.
That's what I'm saying. Do you know?
I don't think that's
I would
AJ
have
Green.
to step.
No,
that's not AJ.
Yeah, that's
Green.
somebody else.
Then why is AJ Green's name?
Hey, because he's the most notable Bengals receiver. That's some dude named Simpson who probably not even playing football no more.
That's what I'm saying. Who is that?
Made an amazing highlight and knowing
Bengals front flip end zone.
Dude,
playing out of dude's name. Oh shit! NFL flip touchdowns. Damn, there's 8 minutes of these.
Hey,
I don't know who. What shit? I think we can talk about it enough.
Yes, sir. We've been all over the spectrum.
Exactly.
I love it.
Episode 4. This is the Freak Show.